Hi friends, this is a flower that I made with stocking cloth, and these are the stamens that I showed you in an earlier tutorial. Okay, I've used white stocking cloth and some binding wire with gum tape to make the stem. I will show you this project today friends, how to make this. Make a bunch of these and put it in a vase, and it looks so gorgeous, won't it? So come, let's get started. I will show you how to make this flower. I will start with making the petals. I've already shown you how to make the stamen. I will start to make the petals, and then we'll make the flower with the stem. All right friends, see you, stay tuned. Good evening friends, I'm going to be showing you how to make these flower petals as discussed. Okay, I've made some and kept of different sizes. Alright, I've got some tinier ones also. You can make whatever size you want depending on the project that you're aiming for. Okay, so I've got some really tiny ones also. So this is how the frame will look. For this project we will need flower making wire. I've taken the silver one. You get gold, copper, green, blue, all sorts of colors as well. I've taken the silver wire, flower making wire it's called, and normal sewing thread and thread, a pair of scissors, and some pliers. Alright, so let's get started friends. We need a base. To form this ring. So you can take anything depending on the size of the petal that you want to make. You can take anything that can form a mold. Okay, so I have taken a Fevicol jar here. Okay, now what you need to do is just roll the wire around this. Roll the wire around this like this and twist it. After twisting it, just ease this frame out so you get a nice round shape. You can shape it into whatever shape you want later, or you can retain the round shape. Now I forgot to mention the main thing. You need some stocking cloth as well. I've taken a piece of the stocking cloth. I've used it to make the other petals and all that, so just a small portion of it is left. Take this frame of the petal that we made, spread the cloth over it, and pull it tight, nice and tight, so the frame is covered from both sides. You need to pull the cloth really tight, friends, so you get a nice thin layer of the petal. So here we are. I've pulled it nice and thin, stretched it really tight. Now just twist this around. All right. Okay. Now take the thread and start rolling it around this petal. Roll it around this. Make some knots. Make some knots and tie it real tight. Okay, so this is how it look. So you got your petal ready. Now what you need to do is cut off this excess cloth from all around it and just have the petal and this wire here with you. All right. So now we've got our petal ready. I've taken off the excess wire, friends. I cut it off with a metal wire cutter. Okay, metal or wire cutter it's called. It's just like pliers. Okay, and so we've got our petals ready. We've got about 3, 4, 5 petals. All right. Okay, and now I'll show you how to make a flower, a stocking flower. For this we will need thread, normal thread, sewing thread to tie it up, some Fevicol, a pair of scissors, and this is called gum tape. Gum tape to make the stem. For the stem we will need what is called binding wire. Let me show you that as well. Just a moment. So this is the binding wire, friends, to make the stem for the flower, and these are the stamens I had made in my earlier video, if you remember. Okay, so I will be using these stamens. You needn't buy it from the shop because it costs quite a bit, so you can make these stamens at home itself, and it doesn't cost you much. Check out my video on that, on basics of making a flower stamen. All right, so let's get started. I'm taking some yellow stamen. You can take as many as you want depending on the size of your flower and whatever color. Okay, so now we need to add this here. And then add a petal. Add another petal. Okay, we will arrange it and fix it and shape it later. For now, just worry about adding these petals. So now start tying up the petals together. As you add each petal, start tying it up. Okay, You do that as you keep adding each petal. Now add one more petal. Okay. Sorry friends, I have a bad throat. Really bad throat. Now add one more petal. Okay. Tie it up nice and secure. So we have 4 petals here. Let's add the last one. Let the pollen, the stamen not get covered. Alright, so now tie up the last petal. I've taken 5 petals. You can make flowers with any number of petals. Probably if it's a tiny one, you can make with 3 petals also. Larger ones maybe 3, 4, okay, depending on the size. Now tie up all the petals together nice and securely. Okay, so we have a beautiful flower forming, right? Doesn't it look lovely? We'll shape it later. All right, so now tie it up. Okay, so now I've tied it up. I've tied it nice and firm. All right, you can see it, right? Now we need to add the stem. All right, you take the binding wire, put it right up to this point and tie it along with the petals nice and tight. Okay, roll it up a few times, roll up the thread a few times and tie it up nice and tight. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm speaking very softly. I hope my voice is audible because of the bad throat, not able to speak too well. Okay, now cut off this thread, cut off the thread. Now what you need to do is start making the stem. This is the gum tape, friends. You get this also in other colors, I suppose, but I don't know, I've not seen. I'm taking the green color to, probably you get brown as well, not sure. I'm taking green color to start making the stem. Okay, cover this part up nicely. Now start rolling the tape around the wire. Okay, you just need to start rolling it like this. So you start rolling this up till the bottom of the wire. You can make the stem to whatever height you want. So start rolling this tape around the wire till you reach the very bottom. I'll finish that and get back to you. Alright. So here we are, friends. I have wound the gum tape to the very bottom and I'm using a little bit of glue to stick it tight lest it opens up, as my gum tape is a little old. I mean, it's quite old, I should say, and it feels all dried up. So I'm using little bit of glue to secure it. I've used a bit of glue here as well on top to make it nice and tight and hold on tight. Now it's ready, the stem is ready. So now let's shape up these petals a bit, friends. Spread it out a bit. Okay, now just give it a shape. You can retain it as it is like this itself, or you can give it a shape. Just squeeze the tip of each petal a bit. Okay. So you have your flower ready, friends. Your stocking flower. Alright. This is the other one I had made earlier. Shown it to you also. And so we got two very beautiful looking flowers with different colored stamen. Doesn't it look lovely? I'm sure you all agree with me. Doesn't it look lovely? Oh yes, it does. Okay, so that's the project for today, friends. Hope you all liked it and try it out soon, at the soonest possible, and I'll show you some variations in this also a little later. Okay, for now you can try out the simple very basic flower with stocking cloth. All right, so please do subscribe to my channel, Pandora's Heaven of Crafts and Jewelry and Endless Crafts and Jewelry. Stay tuned for more projects. Please share this with your friends, your contacts, your family, your acquaintances, just about anybody and everybody, friends. Your subscriptions matter. And remember, when you are posting your videos too, you will want the same thing. You will want subscriptions and watch hours. So go ahead and subscribe and press the bell icon for more such videos. Stay tuned for more. Thank you. Good night.